Hey, all you Clear Lake peeps, Ross England with Clear Lake Guide Service with your weekly fishing report for today is Thursday, September 19th. Well, let's start out with conditions as usual. The conditions are water temperature has maintained itself at about the 72 to 73 degree range. You can probably find colder and you can probably find warmer depending on which part of the lake you're in. I'm currently sitting just off of Skylark Hotel after dropping some people off today. Really got an algae bloom the past day and a half on the upper end of the lake. The rest of the lake looks actually pretty good. It was down the Rattlesnake Arm over the last couple of days, plus the Redbud Arm. And I think the water looks better than it ever does for this time of year. Water clarity down in some of those areas, I was able to see, 3 feet. Some areas only 2 feet. Up here, maybe a foot. I've not been able to figure out exactly what this algae bloom is doing, nor what the weeds are doing. The weeds are slowly starting to fizzle out, which is normal for this time of year. So I'm going to say water temperatures are probably pretty close to normal for fall. Activity going on this week. It was a pretty quiet week until today. Today was day 1. Tomorrow will be day 2 of the official practice period for the new gen fish off of whatever they call their championship that'll take place this Saturday and Sunday. It's going out of Konocti Vista Casino. Hey girl, how you doing? Going out of Konocti Vista Casino. I'm pretty sure that you can probably catch weigh-ins, somewhere in the 3 o'clock range over there. They put on a good circuit and good tournament, so that's kind of the kickoff of the fall fish-off period that takes place up here, which makes the weekends kind of busy in mid-September through mid-October. Fishing, the weirdest deal. I'll tell you what. We can catch fish. We can catch bluegill, monster bluegill, catfish, and bass, all doing the same thing. Very, very weird. Our better bite has been below from the narrows on down, which is somewhat normal for this time of year. Although I got to tell you, there have been Septembers when we've done very, very well up here on this end of the lake in September. Just for me, for whatever reason, it's just not happening yet. Our biggest fish this week was a 7-pounder. Well, actually, our biggest fish this week was a 12-pound catfish that came on a chatterbait again. Our second biggest fish was a bass that weighed 7 pounds. We had a really nice fish today. Yesterday we probably were in the 20 to 21 pound range. Today we were probably 16.5 to 17 pounds. A lot of small fish today, which is, kind of used to seeing that in the fall, that depending on how you fish. Silver sides, juvenile crappie, juvenile bluegill, they're all over the place up shallow. So you've got a lot of smaller fish that are in the 7 to 10 inch range and 10 to 11.5 inch range that are just chasing around and chewing on silver sides, which are a real easy meal. So we caught fish this week on crawdad colored crankbaits, chatterbaits, drop shot, jigs, a couple of topwater fish. That bite for us is pretty much fizzled out. If you're up here just goofing around fishing, you might look for, if we got a good weather like we have this afternoon, look for a last hour of light to probably have a better shot at catching some topwater fish. But that was about it for us. I would still call the bite good. We had a couple of really good days out here where we caught some nice numbers, even when we're not catching necessarily, that one good fish that kind of goes with the Clear Lake bag. But we had a lot of 3-pound fish this week, 3 to 3.25, 3.5 pounds, to go with a lot of those smaller fish too. So that's what's happening on Clear Lake from my take. The lake has been busy, which it usually is this time of year. We had rain a couple of times. We were gone for it, fortunately, one day, but I got rained on yesterday afternoon as I was dumping off our clients. Pretty good for about 15 minutes. Sunday, I believe it is, Sunday night, I think, early Sunday morning, we had another pretty good rain. So things are changing up here. It's definitely not summer anymore. It's definitely fall. Fall usually means reaction baits. So if you're out and about, if you're interested in seeing what some of the Clear Lake fish look like this time of year, these new gen guys will bring some in, and I'm sure it's going to be a couple of pretty good weigh-ins. There'll be a lot of people going, what happened to Clear Lake? Of course, we didn't have 28 pounds or whatever, but somebody will. They always do. So that's what's going on. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it. Ross England, Clear Lake Guide Service, YouTube, Facebook, or on the web, clearlakeguideservice.com. Thanks. We'll talk to you later.